It's the middle of January. Right now, someone who started the year with the exact same goal as you has already quit. And if you are honest with yourself, you can feel it happening to you too. The excitement from January 1st is already competing with real life. That quiet voice saying, maybe next year, is getting louder. Even on social media, the New Year's resolution posts are fading. And that alone tells you everything you need to know about how most years actually unfold. So let me ask you something, and I need you to answer with brutal honesty. Not the version that sounds good, but the one that feels true in your body. Is this going to be another year where your dream stays a dream? Or are you finally ready to do something different? Because here's what happens to most people. They stay strong. They get that initial rush of motivation, that feeling of clarity, that early evidence that maybe this time will be different. So whether you do vision boards or not, and you know that I don't, the pattern is the same. As soon as setbacks show up, frustration takes over, disappointment creeps in, and slowly and quietly, the goal gets pushed to the side. Think about gym memberships, for example. They make you sign contracts because they already know what happens next. Life gets busy, motivation dips, and suddenly it's March, and you haven't gone in weeks. Not because you don't want the results, but because distraction always feels louder than commitment. So today, I'm going to give you 3 things to work through, not just to set goals, but to actually stay connected to them. This applies whether you are an entrepreneur, a parent, a professional, or someone quietly holding onto a dream you have not fully said out loud yet. This is about moving closer to that dream in a way that's honest, grounded, and sustainable. Welcome to At What Point, the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and rewarding journey of personal and professional growth. I'm Catherine, your host, here to guide you through mindset shifts, powerful aha moments, and the resilience it takes to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, taking the leap into entrepreneurship, or just looking for that boost of motivation, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So the first thing I want you to do is check in with your limiting beliefs, especially the ones that sound reasonable. After working with hundreds of clients over the past 7 years, I have noticed something consistent. When people set goals, they don't usually choose what they truly want. They choose what feels achievable. They aim for what seems realistic instead of what feels expansive. And the reason is not a lack of ambition, it's protection. Because most of us are carrying memories of moments that didn't go the way we hoped. The promotion we didn't get, the client that said no, the opportunity that fell through. And those experiences don't just disappear. Friend, they sit quietly in the background, and your subconscious steps in to keep you from feeling that disappointment again. Let me give you a real example. One of my clients last year came across her dream job on LinkedIn. She felt the excitement immediately. Her first thought was, I need to apply for that now. And almost immediately, that excitement was followed by, there is no way they had ever called me. I don't have enough experience. And just like that, an opportunity that could have changed the direction of her future was shut down, not by the job market, not by a recruiter, but by a belief she accepted as truth without questioning it. Here's what happened when we worked together. We didn't rewrite her belief into some affirmation she didn't believe. We traced it back. Where did I don't have enough experience actually come from? It came from one manager 3 years ago who told her she wasn't ready. One person's opinion became her truth. And once she saw that, the belief lost its power. She applied, she got the interview, and whether or not she got that specific job, that doesn't matter anymore because she proved to herself that the belief she had before was never a fact. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start identifying the beliefs that sounds like facts, but are actually patterns. Things like, I don't have enough experience. I'm not good with money. I'm always quitting. People like me don't get those opportunities. And if you're sitting there thinking, Catherine, you don't understand. My situation is actually different. That's the belief talking. That's exactly what I'm asking you to notice. You don't need to fix them yet. Awareness comes first. Then I want you to actively reject the ones that are clearly holding you back, not rewrite them in a pretty way. I want you to reject them. Decide they no longer get to run the show. The second thing I want you to start to work on is backward thinking. And this one requires honesty. Some of you are already feeling resistance to what I'm about to say. You want to skip this part and just focus on the future. And I get it. But here's why you cannot. You cannot keep moving forward if you refuse to acknowledge what you have already lived through. Ignoring last year's setbacks doesn't erase them. It just guarantees they will resurface later. And unresolved experiences always find a way to repeat themselves. And this is where most goal setting goes wrong. People focus on one area, the career, the business, the money, the body, and forget that we move through life as a whole person. You don't leave emotional experience behind just because the calendar changed. Think about the relationships that didn't support you, the conversations that made you doubt yourself, the moments you felt unseen or invalidated. Those things matter. They don't disappear just because you are setting new goals. But this step is not only about revisiting disappointments. Closing the past also means acknowledging what you did accomplish. What are you genuinely proud of from last year? What obstacles did you navigate that once felt overwhelming? Processing the past means holding both truths, the things that hurt and the things that prove your resilience. And the last thing that I want you to work on is focus. I want you to avoid setting too many goals, but I also don't want you to play it safe. More than 10 goals, spread your energy too thin, but only 2 or 3 often means you are not stretching yourself at all. The sweet spot is thinking in quarters. When you organize your goals by season, you can clearly see where your effort belongs and avoid trying to change everything at once. This creates momentum without burnout and direction without the pressure. Break your goals into steps that feel manageable, but still require growth. I want you to pay attention to what triggers you to pull away when things get uncomfortable. Awareness is powerful because once you see the pattern, you can interrupt it before it derails you. Friend, here's what I know to be true. You don't need a new year to start over. You can pause right now and choose differently. But if you want this year to actually be different, you need 3 things. You need awareness of what's stopping you, closure on what's behind you, and a plan that doesn't require you to be perfect. One more thing. I want you to put your why somewhere you will see it every single day. Your desk, your phone, your mirror, because nobody will ever fight for your dream the way you will. No one will ever care more about your goals than you do. So I will leave you with these. At what point do you stop letting all disappointments decide what you reach for next? At what point do you commit to protecting your goals with the same energy you protect everything else in your life? That's where change actually begins. Thanks for joining another episode of At What Point. I hope today's conversation sparked some inspiration for your journey of growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to visit catherinebeltran.com/podcast for show notes, special discounts on coaching packages, and freebies to help you keep moving forward. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. See you next time.